There's no evidence to report that any additional shooter was involved in this incident today. Investigators are actively pursuing, however, any leads of any potential associates of the shooter that was involved in this incident.
Terrifying moment today for students and staff after a gunman opened fire inside a high school in Georgia. At about 9:30 tonight, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation released the identities of the 2 students and 2 teachers killed during that shooting. They are Mason Schemerhorn and Christian Angelou, both 14 years old. The teachers are Richard Aspinwall and Christine Ermy. We also learned that 9 others taken to the hospital are expected to be okay. The 14-year-old suspected shooter is in police custody tonight. That shooting took place at Apalachee High School in Winder, Georgia.
It is less than an hour's drive northeast of Atlanta in Barrow County. We're also learning the suspected shooter, identified as student Colt Gray, used an AR-style gun to murder the 2 students and 2 teachers. NBC's Jesse Kirsch has the latest from Winder.
Yeah, so we know that there were 4 people killed, 2 students, 2 teachers, according to authorities, and also 9 people injured who were shot and are recovering and alive. From that conversation I had with a young lady who says she is a student, a 15-year-old student at the school, she described smelling the aftermath of a shooting, seeing blood in her high school, and that is the reality for this community tonight, as many people gathered here. Dozens came together here to honor those who were injured and those who lost their lives. And again, just a somber tone here. What I can tell you is when you look up at it, a picturesque early fall evening, late summer evening, but it is certainly under a cloud of tragedy here tonight.
And that was Jesse Kirsch reporting from Winder, Georgia. The local sheriff tonight also says the suspected shooter will be charged with murder and will be tried as an adult. Tonight, authorities are still trying to understand the teen's motive, but they do believe that he acted alone.
And as we learn more details about the shooting, we did have the chance to talk to a school safety expert about having tough conversations with your child. Our Mitty Hicks has more.
Vast majority of schools have many measures in place for prevention.
Ken Trump works with school districts nationwide on creating school safety plans. He also trains districts and parents on having the difficult conversation with students after a school shooting.
Parents need to tell children 2 things. Number 1, that their schools are safe, with adults working to keep them safe every day, and that adults are there to help them if they have a concern, if they know something, and they want to talk about it.
He says the other thing parents should discuss is that it's okay to talk to school leaders, because the number 1 way law enforcement finds out about a potential attack on a school is when students come forward, but they need to feel comfortable opening up.
But we find that kids will actually go forward and tell an adult they trust if they know that the adult will maintain their confidentiality and that adult that they trust will follow through and do something.
Now, safety experts say it's also important for parents to make sure their students know how to report concerns anonymously. Many schools across Northeast Ohio have QR codes, which makes it easier to report those concerns, Russ.
Okay, Mitty Hicks here in the studio. Thank you. And we'll have continuing coverage on the school shooting. You can find the latest information, updates, and more online at WKYC.com and in the 3 News app.